Ever since its UK launch in 2004, the Toyota Prius has set new standards for environmental care and technical innovation. The 2006 model year vehicle brings even further refinements in comfort, design and styling, attention to detail, and in innovation. A new and unique option is now available on the T-Spirit model, IPA, Intelligent Parking Assist. IPA is a system that will assist with perpendicular and parallel parking maneuvers. It relies on a built-in computer, a steering sensor and a tiny camera at the rear of the car. The dashboard display here shows the image taken by the camera. Now this program will help to explain the benefits of IPA and how to operate the system safely. But it's important to recognize that IPA isn't an automatic parking system and it won't support all parking situations. And the System Precautions section in this program provides important information about the IPA system and details where IPA won't be able to provide parking assistance. Now, please check out the two parking scenarios in the main menu. Whether you're using IPA to assist in parallel parking or reversing into a parking bay, the initial positioning of the Prius on the road and accurate use of the display screen to set IPA is key to successful parking. So let's use the IPA system now to help us make a routine reverse parking maneuver into a traditional bay. Start by lining up the car with the bay, using an imaginary line down the center of the bay. White lines marking out a parking bay are not essential for IPA to operate, but may help in speedier setup of the IPA system via the touchscreen display. Move the car into a position at an angle that enables you to line up for a correct reverse into the bay, as close as possible to the adjacent vehicle. The back corner of the car needs to be about a meter away from the front corner of the nearest adjacent vehicle. Ensure that the wheels are turned to the straight position prior to beginning the maneuver. Ensure that the IPA switch is depressed and the green light is on. Having positioned the vehicle, now select reverse gear while keeping your foot on the foot brake. The camera will now display the view behind your Prius on the display. A reversing beeper sound will begin. Now select the perpendicular or bay parking icon from the touchscreen display. And now select the left or right-hand side parking location icon. A frame now appears on the screen. The initial positioning of this frame is important as once the IPA starts, the position of the frame is where your Prius will end up. Position the frame carefully by touching the screen in the appropriate area. Fine-tune the positioning of the frame by using the arrows or by touching the other areas of the screen until it sits within the intended parking space. There are also two rotational arrows to ensure that you locate the frame as accurately as possible. Also, make sure the yellow marker flag is just clear of the nearest corner of the vehicle you're about to park alongside. Once the frame is correctly positioned, green in color, and the yellow marker flag just clear of the nearest corner of the adjacent vehicle, you're ready to begin the IPA maneuver. Touch the OK button on screen, then press I agree to show that you've read the warnings on screen. Keeping your foot lightly on the brake pedal and resting your hands on the steering wheel whilst allowing it to turn, slowly back up using the brake pedal to control your speed. Continue to check the surroundings and behind the vehicle for safety. A beeping noise will sound during operation. Bear in mind that during the IPA operation, any pressure applied to the accelerator or pressure on the steering wheel will immediately cause the system to cancel. The IPA system will advise you once its part of the maneuver is finished, and at this point you can make any minor adjustments to the car's position.
The assist is finished.
Now let's use the IPA system to help us make a routine parallel parking maneuver. The parking space should be at least 1 meter longer than the Prius, and although it's not essential, a space marked with white lines will make the setup of the IPA slightly quicker. Having located a parking space, move to a position parallel to the road and about a meter away from other parked cars. Stop in a position where, by looking to your side, you're level with the rear corner of the vehicle you're about to park behind. Then, move forward about 5 meters, that's about the length of the Prius, and then stop. Ensure that the IPA switch is depressed and the green light is on. Having positioned the vehicle, now select reverse gear while keeping your foot on the foot brake. A reversing beeper will begin. The camera will now show the view behind your Prius on the display. Now select the parallel parking icon from the touchscreen display and select the left or right-hand side parking location icon. A frame now appears on the screen. Position the frame carefully by touching the screen in the appropriate area. Fine-tune the positioning of the frame by using the arrows or touching the other areas of the screen until it sits within the intended parking space. Also, ensure that the yellow marker flag is just clear of the rear corner of the vehicle you're about to park behind. Once the frame is correctly positioned, is green in color, and the yellow marker flag just clear of the rear corner of the adjacent vehicle, you're ready to begin the IPA maneuver. Touch the OK button on screen and rest your hands on the steering wheel while still allowing it to turn. This means you'll be ready to take control of your vehicle. Now follow the same procedure as before.
The assist is finished.
Please be aware that the IPA system isn't designed to assist in all potential parking situations. There'll be certain circumstances where IPA will be unable to provide assistance. For example, the IPA system only works correctly on a level road surface, free from bumps.
The assist has been cancelled.
The system shouldn't be used on slippery surfaces such as ice or snow. For accurate parallel parking, the intended parking bay shouldn't be on a curve or bend in the road, as the curve won't be correctly interpreted by the IPA screen. For safety reasons, any use of the accelerator pedal during the parking maneuver will cancel IPA.
The assist has been cancelled.
For this reason, the system is unable to function in situations where the throttle will be required, such as parking on an incline or over a speed bump. The rear-view camera doesn't capture objects in the vicinity of both corners of the bumper and below. So, don't rely entirely on IPA and keep checking around you. As the system turns the steering wheel automatically, ensure that no clothing or jewelry, or even children, can get caught up as the steering wheel moves. Applying resistance to the automatic turning of the steering wheel will result in the system cancelling. Whenever using the IPA system, continue to reverse as carefully as you would without the system. Full instructions are provided in the owner's manual.